Join us on a reflective journey into the heart of decision-making. In a world where endless options promise freedom, we investigate the ironic truth that too many choices can lead to dissatisfaction. Together, we'll explore this modern dilemma with thoughtful insights and a light-hearted tone that inspires deeper contemplation. Imagine standing at a crossroads with countless paths before you, each promising a different future. At first glance, this multitude of choices seems like a celebration of freedom. However, as you linger on this threshold, the reality begins to unveil a subtle twist. The more options available, the more you are burdened with the weight of what might have been, a lingering thought that every decision carries with it an opportunity lost elsewhere. This is not merely a modern inconvenience, but a deep-seated psychological and philosophical quandary. Our minds, finely attuned to weigh potential gains and losses, often spiral into a quest for the perfect choice, only to leave us with an unsettling sense of regret. How can an abundance of possibilities, which should ostensibly empower us, lead instead to dissatisfaction? Perhaps it is because each option exposes us to the shadow of doubt, inviting endless comparisons and what-if scenarios that erode our confidence in the decision we ultimately make. In challenging the conventional mantra that more choices equal more freedom, we are invited to rethink the very essence of satisfaction itself. Could it be that true fulfillment lies not in the spectrum of options, but in our capacity to commit wholeheartedly and find contentment in the path we take? The paradox of choice urges us to confront these questions, to recognize that the promise of freedom is sometimes counterbalanced by an overwhelming cascade of possibility that, rather than liberating, can confine us in perpetual indecision. In today's fast-paced world, the abundance of choices can seem as liberating as it is overwhelming, weaving an irony into the very fabric of our daily lives. We find ourselves dancing between excitement and hesitation every time we're faced with options, whether deciding on a simple meal or choosing a career path. While modern society promises that an increase in options equates to personal empowerment, the truth is that too many alternatives can leave us mired in indecision and subtle regret. The humor in our predicament is not lost on us. We are, after all, navigating an era where a single click can offer endless possibilities, yet, paradoxically, intensify our longing for certainty. In the midst of this digital labyrinth of choices, our inner debates become more pronounced as we search for meaning in our decisions. Each choice forces us to balance the allure of unexplored opportunities with the comfort of settling into a familiar pattern. This tension invites us to reflect. Does having more options truly make us happier, or does it simply amplify the pressures of perfection and commitment? Our modern dilemma lies in the delicate interplay between anticipation and fulfillment, where every decision carries the potential for both liberation and regret. In acknowledging the subtle impact of decision-making on our lives, we uncover a deeper truth about our need for balance. True contentment may well be found not in the endless pursuit of the perfect choice, but in embracing the imperfections that come with any decision. As you wander through the maze of your own options, remember that sometimes it is in the quiet acceptance of uncertainty that we discover the foundation of our everyday happiness. In a world overflowing with possibilities, where every decision feels weighty and each turn presents yet another chapter in the ongoing story of our lives, the art of thoughtful choice becomes both a refuge and a guide. We must learn to approach decision-making not as a burdensome exercise in perfectionism, but as a mindful exploration of what truly matters to us. Instead of being overwhelmed by the sheer abundance of options, we can find solace in the deliberate practice of pausing, taking a breath, and engaging fully with the present moment. Imagine standing in a quiet room filled with soft light, free from the cacophony of endless notifications and the pull of external expectations. A space where your inner voice can be heard, guiding you toward choices that resonate with the unique rhythm of your heart. One effective strategy is to begin with a ritual of reflection, permitting yourself the time and grace to deeply consider your priorities and values. When confronted with a decision, ask yourself not just what is on offer, but also what is truly meaningful. Is this option aligned with a long-held dream or a momentary impulse? By cultivating a practice of mindful inquiry, you begin to discern between fleeting allure and enduring satisfaction, turning the process of choosing into a deeper journey of self-discovery. Another approach involves simplicity. When faced with a labyrinth of alternatives, gently remind yourself that the beauty of life often lies in its inherent imperfections. Instead of seeking a perfect, all-encompassing solution, embrace the idea that every decision carries its own lesson and potential for growth. Picture the act of choosing as a dance, a graceful interplay between anticipation and acceptance, where each step, whether forward or back, guides you ever closer to genuine contentment. In this way, even the most complex decisions can be transformed into opportunities to practice mindfulness. Each deliberate pause, each thoughtful question becomes a stepping stone toward a more intentional life. The transformative power of mindful decision-making lies in its ability to convert overwhelming circumstances into ones filled with quiet fulfillment. Imagine your mind as a garden where each decision is a seed that, when planted with care, can blossom into a unique and vibrant manifestation of your inner self. This perspective invites you to view the act of choosing not as a source of anxiety, but as an expression of creativity and self-expression. With every choice, you contribute to weaving the tapestry of your life, a tapestry that, while it may include moments of uncertainty and regret, is predominantly colored by the richness of lived experience. At its core, this journey towards embracing thoughtful decisions calls upon us to trust in the process. Even when the path seems convoluted, remember that every step, every choice is part of the larger narrative of growth and self-discovery. By infusing a sense of mindfulness into our decision-making, we transform the overwhelming into the manageable, allowing each moment to contribute to a life that is not only chosen, but cherished. In the gentle art of deciding, we ultimately uncover a profound truth, that within the vast spectrum of possibilities, it is our mindful presence that illuminates the path toward true contentment.